Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. I will say up front, this is not a return for me. Fortunately, this is not my triumphant return to BookTube, no. But this is a video I felt was warranted. And I've been talking to a couple different friends about this subject. And I said, you know what? This one actually I'm considering about doing a video about, even though I've been still am busy and overwhelmed a little bit, and so BookTube is the last thing priority wise, but here I am. Probably not going to edit any of this, just going to load it up raw like I used to in the when I kicked off my channel. So but I'm here to talk about BookTube, the fact that BookTube is not about book reviews. It is not. I did a let me know 5 months ago, number 20, let me know number 25, are book reviews dead? And I kind of stand by it. You know, I kind of thought then that as you can tell, when I did that, I kind of felt passionate about it. And here I am talking about it again because I think it's warranted. Book reviews are dead. They are. BookTube is a huge section of YouTube. It is. There's a lot of channels, but it's such a small slice in the grand scheme of things. And inside that slice of that is BookTube, there is a small section that is our kind of corner of BookTube. And even in that small microscopic slice, there is very few people actually doing book reviews. Go to your YouTube, search book reviews, see what comes up. When I did it, very, very little came up that was actually legitimate book reviews. I'm talking about the book, in depth talking about the book. No, there's not. There's not. And that's really disheartening. It really is. That's why I'm here, because BookTube is evolved into a trend thing. It's what makes the algorithm tick that none of us understands, but it feeds into that. If everyone is doing what everyone else is doing because it's what people are wanting and watching and trending, then that's just going to continue to spiral and snowball. And very few people are going to tune into actual book reviews. Now, I've been very blessed that I have a very small section of my subscribers that really enjoy the book reviews, and that's great. And I appreciate you all, and I know who you all are as well. I like that because I like doing book reviews. It's what got me to start a channel. I wanted to work on speaking, and I wanted to talk about books I was passionate about. I wanted to read a book and then get on here and talk to you about what I enjoyed, what characters, what plot scenes, what the action, the emotional tolls, the excerpts. I wanted to talk about the pros and cons, all of that stuff. Even on the stuff that was bad, I wanted to talk to you about it. And then I wanted to talk to you about my favorite authors. I wanted to talk to you about why you should read these authors and what my favorite characters were, my favorite series, and why. And now BookTube is just like lists. You get on here and like, here's this book I like. There's this book I like. You aren't a reader unless you read this book. Like, really? Like that's it's very TikTok. You know, it's quick. It's very hollow in a sense. Like there's not any substance to what they're discussing. Now, bear in mind this two things. One, this is my opinion, and two, there are people that are doing book reviews, and I applaud you. Kudos to you. I like it, and those are the channels I tend to gravitate towards. The channels that are doing whatever's mainstream and trending, as I scroll through YouTube feed, I have no desire to watch those channels and those videos. I just don't. Yeah, I'm more interested to hearing someone talk about a book that I've never heard of for 15 minutes as they talk passionately about what they enjoyed and didn't enjoy about a book I've never heard of and may never read. I'm more interested in that than I am doing, hey, here's the top 5 books that you have to read if you want to call yourself a reader. I have no desire to watch those videos. And I think they're 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 doing those videos because everyone's doing those videos, and it's a means to an end, and that's not what I put videos up for. Now, I will say this too. I am not throwing stones. I am throwing stone. How do I want to say that? I'm throwing stones from a glass house in a little bit, because before you call me a hypocrite, yes, I've done top list videos. I have. I have a playlist. It's got like 20 videos in it where I've done top lists. I have. I've fell ill to that kind of trend, but I've definitely gotten away from it as well. So I don't want you to think that I come from a place of cleanliness and no sin, because I've definitely done my share as well. But I recognize that it's a problem. It creates, this, especially with the algorithm, none of us understand, is more and more people gravitate towards those style of videos versus actual book reviews or discussionary videos about books and authors. It places all of this emphasis with the algorithm to continue to push those videos, which means people will watch them, and it just snowballs from there. And so book reviews and honest discussions are just pushed to the very end, and they're hard to find for people. Yeah, it's disheartening. It really is. And so that's why I'm here to talk about that. Yeah, it's one of those things where it makes me dislike some of the things about BookTube even more than it should, because I think there's a lot of value about talking about books and reading books and wanted to share that with people. And so, yeah, that's why I'm here. I wanted to say that. Again, no, this is not a triumphant return to BookTube. I am still on a hiatus. I do have some buddy reads and live events coming in March that we're going to have. I have one with Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and one with Pat from Book Chat with Pat. I'm very excited. I'm actually getting ready to start one of the books. Yeah. But as far as making regular videos, I'm still very, very busy with everything else, and there's no real return date in sight as of now. But at least you're getting this. I will say that I have hauled a ton of books, and I've been reading a ton of books, but I may save that for a video maybe in March or April where I talk about a little bit about that. But some of the books I've hauled, some of the books I've been reading a ton. I think I'm up to like 7 books in February already. I was telling one of my buddies, like, it's amazing what you can read and how quickly you can get through books when you're not focused on making a ton of videos, which is not what you all want to hear, but it is the truth. And so, but I've been reading some great stuff, and yeah, I will get back to it. I will. When things settle down, I feel like I'm in a better place and have more balance with everything, my life, professional life, and everything else. I'll get back to BookTube on a more regular basis. For the next foreseeable future, it may be hit and miss on a video every couple weeks or a month, once a month or something for a while. So, but anyways, that's what I want to talk about today, is the fact that really there's a very huge shift with BookTube, and it's very disheartening. And I hope it changes. I hope it changes where we get back to doing some of the great things, talking about books and deep diving about books. And yeah, I really hope so, because I don't like where it's going. And I'm interested. I mean, let me know. I mean, you may disagree. You may think everything that's out there now is great, and that's fine too. That's your prerogative. This is my opinion. I hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.